We are going to look at solving quadratic equations by completing the square. So first, a reminder that quadratic equations in standard form have the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So our first example will have x squared plus 12x minus 2 equals 0. So here a is 1, b is 12, c is negative 2. So our first step, if a does not equal 1, then we will divide the entire equation by a. However, in this case, our a is 1, so we don't need to divide our equation by anything. Step 2, move the constant to the right-hand side. And I'll be abbreviating right-hand side as RHS. So to do that, I will add 2 to both sides of the equation, and I'll get x squared plus 12x equals 2. I'd like to leave the space on the left-hand side because I will fill that in on the next step instead of rewriting everything. Step 3, we are going to add the quantity b over 2 times a, all quantities squared, to both sides, using the b and the a from standard form that we identified. So b was 12, a was 1. So we'll add 12 over 2 times 1 quantity squared to both the left side and the right-hand side of the equation. So simplifying that a little bit, I now have x squared plus 12x plus 36 equals 2 plus 36. So when we do this, this will make the left-hand side a perfect square trinomial. I won't exactly go into the reasoning, like why that happens in this video, but it will always work out that way. Step 4, factor the left-hand side and then simplify the right-hand side. So remember, the left-hand side we just said is now a perfect square trinomial. So the square root of x squared is x, the square root of 36 is 6. The middle term has a positive symbol, so we're going to put a plus, so it should factor to x plus 6 quantity squared. And then on the right-hand side, 2 plus 36 is 38. So it will always factor to x plus b over 2a in parentheses squared. And if we used our b, which was 12, over 2 times a, which was 1, we do get our 6, which was the 6 that we had in our parentheses. Okay, let's continue. So we left off at x plus 6 in parentheses squared equals 38. Step 5, solve by taking square roots. So we'll take the square root of both sides of the equation. On the left side, we have x plus 6. On the right side, we have plus or minus the square root of 38. Simplify the radical if possible, but here the square root of 38 does not simplify. Step 6, solve for x, get x by itself. We'll do that by subtracting 6 from both sides of our equation. X equals, and on the right-hand side, I'm going to put the negative 6 in front of the plus or minus. So I have x equals negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 38. That's our solution. Remember, that's 2 answers, 2 solutions. That means negative 6 minus the square root of 38 and negative 6 plus the square root of 38. Let's look at one more example. Let's look at 4x squared minus 2x minus 5 equals 0. So here a is 4, b is negative 2, c is negative 5. So going through the steps, divide everything by a. So here a is 4, so we're going to divide everything by 4. When we do that, we end up with x squared minus 1/2. 2 over 4 reduced or simplified to 1/2. I still have my minus 5/4, and then 0 divided by 4 is just 0. Step 2, move the constant to the right-hand side. So we'll add 5/4 to both sides of the equation, and we end up with x squared minus 1/2 x equals 5/4. Step 3, add b over 2a quantity squared to both sides. So we're going to add a is 4, b is -2, so I have -2 over 2 times 4 quantity squared to the left side and to the right side. And so now on the left side I have x squared minus 1/2 x plus 1 over 16 equals 5/4 plus 1 over 16. And I know you're going to be tempted to have decimals, but with completing the square, it really is better to keep things with fractions. So we could have also taken our middle term that had resulted after dividing by our a, after dividing by 4, that -1/2, divided that in half and squared it. I've got that in yellow. I didn't want it to distract too much. So -1/2 divided by 2 is -1/4. When we square that, we get the 1 over 16 as well. That will always work. Step 4, factor the left-hand side, simplify the right-hand side. So remember, the left-hand side is a perfect square trinomial. The square root of x squared is x. The square root of 1 over 16 is 1/4. The sign of the middle term is a negative, so we put a minus. We've got our parentheses squared. That's our left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, we've got to combine these fractions. So let's do this work over here. We've got 5/4 plus 1 over 16. We need an LCD. That's going to be 16. So 1 over 16 stays the same, but we need to convert 5 over 4 to something over 16. We need to multiply that fraction by 4 over 4. So 4 times 5 gives us 20 over 16. And then 20 over 16 plus 1 over 16 results in 21 over 16. So that's my right-hand side. Okay, so now we're continuing on from the quantity x minus 1/4 quantity squared equals 21 over 16. And now we will solve by taking square roots. So I'll take the square root of both sides. On the left side, I have x minus 1/4. On the right side, I have plus or minus the square root of 21. Instead of leaving it over the 16 with the square root going all the way down, I took the square root of 16 and it's just over 4. So notice my square root symbol only covers the numerator, the 21. And now we will solve for x. So I'll add 1/4 to both sides. I get x equals 1/4 plus or minus the square root of 21 over 4. And again, my square root of 21 didn't simplify anymore. Otherwise, I would have simplified it. But that is my solution.